Understanding and sustaining motivation. You've always dreamed of becoming a professional artist, and finally, the moment seems within reach. You're preparing a portfolio to apply to top art programs. But as the application deadline approaches, you find yourself oddly unmotivated, avoiding the canvas altogether. Why does motivation feel so unreliable? And what exactly is it? Psychologists define motivation as the desire or impetus to initiate and sustain a specific behavior. In essence, it's the energy that compels you to act. Understanding the source of this drive is crucial for maintaining it over time. Motivation generally falls into two main categories: intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation comes into play when you engage in an activity purely for the satisfaction it provides. For example, consider a hobby like playing video games. The act of playing itself often fulfills the desire to do it. Activities that feel inherently meaningful, interesting, or satisfying are typically driven by intrinsic motivation. When you're intrinsically motivated, the process is the reward. Extrinsic motivation, on the other hand, involves pursuing a task as a means to achieve something else. Going to the dentist, for instance, might not be enjoyable, but the prospect of clean, healthy teeth motivates you to go. Other examples include working to earn a paycheck, exercising to lose weight, or studying to pass an exam. These rewards are often delayed, like receiving a bonus at the end of a work quarter or winning a competition after months of preparation. While extrinsic rewards, such as financial compensation, can seem appealing, their effectiveness might be shorter-lived than you'd expect. A 2017 study, for instance, examined New Year's resolutions and found that people focused primarily on the outcomes, like losing weight or earning more money, were less likely to stick with their resolutions. By contrast, those who enjoyed the process of working toward their goals were more likely to persist. The importance of enjoyment. The key takeaway here is that finding enjoyment in the pursuit of your goals can significantly impact your ability to stay motivated. If you're trying to stick to an exercise routine, for example, you're more likely to succeed if you take classes you genuinely enjoy, rather than forcing yourself through activities that feel like a chore. Years of psychological research support the idea that intrinsic motivation is a powerful force. Whether it's for school, work, or personal projects, intrinsic motivation tends to foster long-term engagement and satisfaction. However, most of our daily actions are rarely driven by pure intrinsic or extrinsic motivation alone. A blend of motivators. Consider studying for a history exam. You might genuinely enjoy learning about ancient Egyptian culture, intrinsic motivation, while simultaneously wanting to earn a good grade or avoid disappointing your family, extrinsic motivators. Having multiple motivators might seem like a good thing, but it's not always beneficial. One study of military cadets revealed that those motivated by both intrinsic factors, like self-improvement, and extrinsic factors, like securing a good job, were overall less motivated than those driven by a single type of motivation. This divided focus led to poorer performance and a lower likelihood of graduation. The over-justification effect. Psychologists refer to this phenomenon as the over-justification effect. Essentially, when you already have intrinsic motivation to perform a task, adding extrinsic rewards can dilute your enthusiasm. For instance, if you love painting for its own sake, but then start painting solely to earn money, you might find your passion waning. However, this effect isn't universal. If you're faced with an uninteresting or tedious task, extrinsic motivators can actually be helpful. They provide sufficient justification to get started. Laundry might not be thrilling, but the promise of praise from a loved one or the reward of watching your favorite TV show afterward can make the task feel more manageable. Strategies to boost motivation. Motivation, as you can see, is complex. Even if you're deeply passionate about a goal or hobby, staying motivated can be a challenge. Fortunately, there are practical strategies you can use to reignite your drive. 1. Make the task enjoyable. Focus on building intrinsic motivation by finding ways to make the activity fun or engaging in the moment. For instance, listening to your favorite playlist or turning the task into a game can make a big difference. 2. Find a partner. Collaborating with a friend or accountability partner can make challenging tasks more enjoyable and less daunting. Shared experiences can also create additional motivation. 3. Set small, achievable goals. Breaking down large tasks into smaller, more manageable steps can make the process feel less overwhelming. Celebrate these small victories to maintain momentum. 4. Focus on the process, not just the outcome. Shift your attention away from end results and toward the enjoyment of the journey. For instance, if you're learning to paint, relish the act of creating rather than fixating on producing a masterpiece. 5. Reward yourself wisely. Use extrinsic rewards strategically for tasks you don't naturally enjoy. These can serve as incentives to start and sustain the activity. Just be cautious not to over-rely on them for tasks you're already intrinsically motivated to do. Balancing motivation. Ultimately, the secret to staying motivated lies in striking the right balance between intrinsic and extrinsic factors. Intrinsic motivation is more sustainable and fulfilling in the long run, but extrinsic motivators can provide a valuable push when intrinsic interest isn't enough. Understanding these dynamics and applying them thoughtfully can help you maintain your drive, even in the face of challenges. Remember, motivation isn't always a constant force. It ebbs and flows, influenced by various factors. However, by focusing on what truly inspires and energizes you, and by using external rewards judiciously, you can cultivate a mindset that keeps you moving forward, whether you're building your art portfolio, tackling a tough project, or simply folding the laundry. The key is to stay curious, stay engaged, and find joy in the process. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you.